He grew up, spent his life and career in the town his family helped build. His father and relatives hugely successful in business, visionaries who saw what Portland could be, making new that which was old, thereby connecting forever their name with the city. But as Dr. Ron Naito looks back at his more than 3 decades of patient care, he recalls his family discouraging him from going into business, which was just fine with Ron.
I basically, from an early age, thought I would prefer actually to help people than make money. You know, there's no better feeling than helping another person. There's no greater honor or role you can have than helping someone else. And when you're a physician, you're getting paid for it, which is the nice thing. You actually get paid to help people. In this world, a lot of us are volunteering, helping people. We don't get paid for it, but a physician is a very lucky person.
And so looking back, has it paid off in the ways that you would hope?
It's paid off more than I ever hoped, I think. I've gained a richness, particularly from my interactions with my patients, because I've heard so many life stories. I've become educated about life, learned so much about human nature in a way that you couldn't do this type of thing any other way. I mean, it's a kind of lifetime education that you can receive as a doctor with insights into humanity that others can never get there or can't see this. But you're in that exam room every day. It's a new challenge, a new patient. All of them are different. And to me, this is an endlessly fascinating and satisfying activity. When I started at the clinic, or when I was a very young doctor, I became a geriatrician by default because 13 doctors, who are all about 70 years old each, all of them retired and requested I take their patients. All of them. When you're a young doctor, you take whoever wants to see you. So I became heavily a geriatrician, and I enjoy it because, again, their lives are richer because of their life experience, and their problems are far more complex. So it challenges you to a much higher degree as a physician to take care of a complicated 85 or 95-year-old person versus, let's say, someone who's young and healthy and 40.
33 years with the Portland Clinic, that's a long time in one place. How much of that had to do with the colleagues you were working with?
A great deal. I mean, I tell people the reason I work at the Portland Clinic is because it affords me the ability to practice at the highest level. Because we have many specialists around that I can consult with, either immediately by phone or other means. And we have the resources, we have staff resources to have a full lab, x-ray capability. Without a good nurse, the doctor's finished. I mean, there's one story of a doctor who was in his 60s, intended to work for a few more years, but then his nurse of 30 years retired. He had to quit then. You know, he said, well, I can't go on without you. So it's true the support staff are key to the success of the Portland Clinic, or any clinic for that matter, because I could not practice at the same level if I was at almost any other clinic in Portland. And yes, I've had, over the years that I've been at the clinic, of course, I've had the pleasure of working with many of the great doctors of the clinic, including, of course, Dr. Roger Alberti. I could name several others, but working with such great doctors taught me a lot, taught me the highest standards of medicine.
All of his patients, all who worked with him, have their own favorite memories of this good man, the thoughtful, thorough physician who's cared for so many. As he retires, the big question, though, is how would Dr. Ron Naito like to be best remembered?
Well, I want to be remembered as a guy that gave it 120% to maintain the highest standards of medicine, who had the highest integrity, who would do anything for the clinic and anything for his patients. Many years ago, when I first started practice, we had a young woman we hired. She was a Reed graduate and had a doctorate from the naturopathic college here in town, so she was quite bright. She was hired just to be a receptionist. Well, after about a month or so, she came back to the end of the hall where my office was. She said to me, you know, I've been here a month or so. I've been trying to figure you two guys out, myself and my partner. I've been trying to figure out, who are you guys anyway? It finally dawned on me. You two are two old-fashioned country doctors, aren't you? I said, guilty as charged. I am. I'm an old-fashioned country doctor using modern technology, but truly I'm an old-fashioned country doctor.
That's a pretty good thing to be.